What is up, you mashers? Mr. Bulbid here. Today's video is going to be about Baby and the trailer that dropped. We're going to break it down, look into it in detail, figure out what he's about, make some predictions. As always, please like and subscribe. And just want to give a quick shout out to everyone who's been watching the video, supporting. As always, I appreciate it. Thank you. And let's get on with the video. So starting straight off the bat, you'll notice that his auto combo has a command grab at the end. This is very similar to 16 and Zamasu, both who can actually set up tick throw situations, because obviously on block the third hit doesn't hit. I imagine it's the same for Baby. The other thing about this I want to point out is the fact that he's floating during the first two hits of his auto combo. This is comparable to Zamasu, who floats during every part of his gameplay, but specifically in the auto combo situation, this makes Dragon Rushes just a bit more tricky to break because it looks like he's in the air. During a tick throw situation where you hit light punch into Dragon Rush, it could cause the opponent to hesitate. So let's talk about his what looks like to be his medium button. So this is 5M into 2M. It's actually quite inspired from Vegeta's animations. You know, a good old karate chop to the leg does a bit of damage. Not much to say on this move, except it kind of looks like it's got average range. Frame data wise, it looks like a standard medium button. So yeah. The next normal we're going to talk about here is the 5H. Now this 5H, again, is very similar to Cooler's 5H. The only thing is we don't get to see the end animation. We only see him getting basically KO'd into the building. And so there are three variations in which this animation could lead to. It could be like Cooler's, where they bounce up a bit. It could be like every other character, like Super Saiyan Goku, for example. Or it could be like the new Season Pass 3 characters, UI Goku and S Broly. When they do their 5H, the opponent is sent slightly upwards rather than straight. Predicting it's going to be more like UI Goku and S Broly because this is the direction they're taking Season 3 characters, where they don't want re-jumps necessarily, they just want standard combos from a 5H situation. Regardless, it will be interesting to see what they do with this button. So next up is what looks like Master Roshi's J2M, which is essentially a elbow drop, except that it doesn't heavy knockdown, so it gives you this little bounce. The use for it is probably during mid combos. You can use it to bring him back down and you can combo into an assist easier. But yeah, in terms of heavy knockdowns after teleports, I don't think Baby will have it. So moving swiftly along, this next move actually is very similar to the one we just talked about, except it looks like it's J2H. Now in terms of animation and angle, it reminds me a lot of Gogeta's, but the knockdown situation is very similar to Cooler's 236M. The interesting thing is if this move is plus on block, it could make it a really good tool. You could definitely do like double overheads. If you dash in with an IED heavy, you can probably cancel it into a J2H. So some mix-up potential, and if it's plus, even better. One thing I doubt is this move has several variations. It's probably not a 214 236, and if it is, and they're showing us the light version, it could potentially mean that his medium version, if it has one, could potentially wall bounce like Goku Black. Okay, so now we're actually moving on to the more interesting mechanics of his character. This was a move that everyone thought was going to be OD. Me included, right? And then obviously after seeing the actual move and how there's a stop animation, I don't think it's going to be as great as people thought. It's probably going to be good for Oki, but in terms of mid-screen block string situations, it's going to be like Ginyu's, right? Where he has to, when he's calling the Ginyu force, he has to go through a small animation. Now I've heard arguments that during the aura, the red aura that sort of goes around him, he'll be invincible. The reason I don't think they'll make this move invincible is because on wake up it's just going to be messy, right? You can just wake up with that move and an assist will come out and you're pretty much safe, and you know, depending on the assist, right? If anything, I can see them maybe giving it start up and then invincible at frame 4. I don't know, but yeah, this move is not looking as strong. The only way I could see it being useful is if you steal a Kid Buu A assist or a Roshi B assist, or you know, Bardock B, something with a high block stun, and you use your own assist to cover the assist call, and then you get your 50-50. But other than that, I think this move won't be seen as much as what we're about to get onto. One last thing I should mention about this move is he can probably use the A, B, and C version of the assist of the character he steals. Based on the trailer, you can see he's using Gohan A and C, and with the C, it costs the meter. So clearly this is going to be a 2-1-4 or a 2-3-6 special move. Light bringing out the A assist, medium bringing out the B, and heavy bringing out the C. Okay, so let's now move on to his air beam. Again, it's quite similar to Cooler's, no surprise. But this could potentially be one of Baby's assists. Obviously, in the trailer, we didn't see his A, B, or C. It'd be pretty cool if this was his C assist, if he had a C beam that was airborne. Kid Buu also has this, but it's quite interesting because Kid Buu's beam is actually only doable in the air, but his C beam is grounded. So yeah, we'll see what they do with Baby. Okay, let's talk about why I'm actually excited for this character, and it's his Ki Blast. I have a feeling these moves are going to make him OD. Let me break him down one by one. So first up, we have what looks like his 5S. My prediction for this is it's going to be like Master Roshi's, where it doesn't go full screen. It goes sort of 1/3 to 40% of the screen. The good thing though is if you do get the first to connect, you can follow up. So it's almost in between Master Roshi's and UI's Air Blast. The only thing I want to know is, can he Super Dash it? Now looking at this move, I'm not too sure what input they would give it, but it does give me Android 16 vibes with the tracking on it. The only thing is it goes airborne and it kind of looks like you have to commit. I don't think you can pick how many to throw out, so it's a bit like Vegito 236S, where you throw out multiple Ki Blasts, but you commit to going airborne, and if your opponent reacts, they can Super Dash punish you. The one positive note is I can see this being one of his A or B assists, and if it is, it's pretty much going to act like a Janemba assist in a way, a mixture between Janemba and Vegeta Ki Blast assist. So yeah, it could be pretty good. Bruh, what is this move? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's got huge startup. It's probably exclusively only for Oki. I'm guessing this is one of the ones that come back and track the opponent, so it might work a bit like Piccolo. But other than that, I don't really see why this move is going to be any good. I mean, who knows? It could be the best move in the game. Yeah, if you guys know anything I don't, please let me know. DP. I mean, it'll be mad if they give this character a DP. I'm guessing this is not. I'm guessing it's going to act like Yamcha's 214 MH series, where grounded attacks will be out, but airborne attacks will be invincible against. And the more interesting thing actually is what it says on the scans. So if you look closely, it says Darkness Spring Shot. While rotating and rising up, you throw out 2 Ki Blasts. The ones that don't hit you will come back from off screen. So if we take another look at the animation, you'll notice that the first Ki Blast gives a heavy knockdown. The second one that hits actually pops them back up. So in terms of utility, if you get both to hit, you can probably assist call. However, I think the true objective of this move is to get the first Ki Blast to hit and the second one to whiff. So during the wake up animation of the opponent, the second Ki Blast will come back around for Oki. Acid Rain, finally, the last Ki Blast move that we saw. This move looks probably the most, in my view, strongest tool in his arsenal. It's going to be such a headache during the Oki. This is going to work like an easy base Vegeta Oki situation. So base Vegeta, depending on your positioning, whether you're in the corner or mid screen, and depending how your opponent wakes up, you'll have to use the Ki Blast various ways. So it does add a level of complexity, whereas with Baby, it seems like you could just throw it out and it will cover all situations. I do actually imagine this working like S. Broly's Hellzone level 1. There's going to be some really strong Oki. Now let's talk about this air command grab. It is probably one of the coolest animations out there for the command grab in this game. Following up actually on the J2M that we spoke about earlier, this is probably the tool that's going to be used as a knockdown in every situation, I guess. Similar to Vegito, where Vegito hasn't got a normal JH to bring the opponent back down for a heavy knockdown. I'm guessing Baby might be similar in that regard. So they gave him a air command grab that heavy knocks down. Now the interesting question is he going to get a grounded command grab? I don't think so. If he does, this character will be pretty OD. Now we've pretty much reached the end of the video. Where supers are concerned, the level 1 looks pretty good. You can angle it, I assume, and you can choose where to hit. Animation is pretty cool, right? It's a final flash, a mini final flash. The death ball, pretty cool. I actually like it. We'll see what it comes down to when it comes to the mechanics. I don't think they'll make it like GT Spirit Bomb, but who knows. The level 3 where he goes into Great Ape, I'm not really that excited by it. I know a lot of people are. I would have preferred the mouth to mouth beam exchange, but you know, apples and oranges. We'll have to see what the Gallic gun looks like. That might be better. And obviously his outro is pretty damn cool. But yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like and comment if you will. Take care, guys. Catch you in the next one.